Hey everybody, Hendrik here. I would consider myself a small-time reporter, local reporter, if you will, compared to say A to Z, Penguin Zero, some more Nary Gamers, etc. They're like the ABC Good Morning America, CBS at 7 or whatever. I'm your local news station, so to speak. And the most hated IRL streamer, Johnny Somali, is basically getting prison time because he's done this deep fake, which South Korea has been cracking down on, and he's basically guaranteed either 3 years in prison or 7 years in prison, one of the two. And to hear that, and I don't really, and the funny thing is this guy popped up in my feed through these big YouTubers, and it's just so hard to believe that this guy would go around and just harass people for content. That'd be like me throwing. Let me see if I can. Yeah, it'd be like me taking something like this and then just chucking it open at someone in public. That's the kind of stuff that Johnny Somali is doing. He's getting drunk in public. He showed up drunk to his own court hearing, and basically what he did was he walked in. He had this, that stupid MAGA hat, and seeing that makes me get a little bit upset. It's just like, really, dude, you're gonna be doing that? So he walks in completely tanked, and he sits down at I think he sits down at the wrong chair, and he's like this. He's like, "Sup?" And then the judge turns around and says, "Hey, take off your hat," and he does. He takes it off, and a few minutes later, he puts it on probably like this, and he's like, and then the judge yells at him to take his hat off, and he finally does. But what's stupid is in between all of these charges that Johnny's getting, he keeps building on them. And again, the deep fake that recently popped up is basically saying he's guaranteed 3 years in prison. I think there's another charge for 7 years. And South Korea has a 99% conviction rate. And Johnny Somali is clinging. He is clinging until his fingernails dig into his hand where there's blood coming out. He's clinging onto that idea that if I pull the bipolar disorder trope or I'm insane trope or whatever, then that's gonna get him out of it. No. And he's clinging also to that whole idea of, oh, please let me get that 1% of not being convicted. Oh, please let me not get the 1% not convicted. But his live streams contradict that like that. Um, I can't understand why people like this guy, or if you remember him, J Station even, why you would go to such stupid lengths to get clout. For me personally, I use YouTube here just for fun. Whether it's making videos like this, whether it's making vlogs up at Disneyland, I haven't been there in a while, but I plan to in the near future. Doing model train stuff, which again I haven't done in a while, but I want to get back to it. And something new I want to add real quick, I will be covering NASCAR races, hence my name, Hendrick Fan 5. I'm going to start covering those. Next video I'll do is probably regarding the race at Martinsville, and then another video I'll do is a live stream regarding this year's throwback paint schemes. But back to Johnny Somali. This guy here, again, he's harassed people in Japan, he's harassed people in South Korea, and he thinks because he's a high-profile American YouTuber, former YouTuber I might add, YouTube banned his channel. Johnny basically is saying because of how high profile he is on the internet that should excuse him from doing anything. I am going to be glad when he gets that smug grin just slapped off his face. He's going to go from Biff Tannen kind of smug arrogance to surprised Pikachu when that day finally comes of him getting put in jail. And then I could just see him in jail trying to be like, hey, let me have my camera back. I want to do a live stream from my jail cell or something like that. If he did that, that would just show how desperate he is for money. But honestly, if South Korea convicts him, I would say take away his money, take away his. I think he's on Rumble, and that's something I've never heard of. The the big platforms I know for videos are YouTube, obviously, and Twitch. Those are the only two I really know about. Kick and Rumble are kind of new for me, so and I don't use them. But that's apparently where Johnny is as of now, because he's been banned from YouTube and banned from Twitch. No, not Twitch. Kick. He was banned from Kick. How poetic. But yeah, he's facing jail time, and he does not want to face jail time. He thinks he's some special little, IRL streamer. I know I'm repeating a little bit, but come on. This guy needs to figure out his life, and if it means having to sit in a jail cell wondering why people hate him, check out his Rumble. I'm not going to, but I've seen it through the bigger YouTubers of how stupid this guy is and how ignorant he is. I mean, come on. Prank calling the police, streaking past construction workers, harassing other Korean YouTubers, apparently carrying a fish, a really bad smelling fish on a subway. And at first, you're thinking, well, how is that a problem? Well, it's basically disorderly, I wouldn't say disorderly conduct, but it would definitely be something along the lines of disturbing the peace. But he was like, oh, how is waving a fish around in public something wrong? The guy thinks, I guess, he's still in the United States or something like that, like international laws don't apply or something like that, but it's like, it's caught up to him. It has finally caught up to this scumbag, and I am going to be so happy when I hear that he's guilty. Because, again, South Korea has a 99% conviction rate. And given what he's been doing, yeah, it's looking bleak for this guy. I wanted to put my 2 cents in on it. And if any of my subscribers want to blossom into a really good channel, don't do what he does. Try to find something more, normal. Like doing meme stuff or whatever. Whatever floats your boat. I'm not saying you have to do memes. I'm just saying if you want to be a productive YouTuber, successful YouTuber, just go the normal flow. Do what other YouTubers are doing, like commentary and stuff like that, or do a project you wanted to do all your life. Don't do what Johnny Somali's doing. Don't do what J Station did before he got banned. Those stupid 3 a.m. challenges. Those were, yeah, I could tell those were really stupid. And it was all for money. And that's exactly what he's doing. Don't go this route. Be vigilant. Be just whatever you want to set your sights on, go for it. That's what I'm telling you. And, yeah. I wanted to, again, get my 2 cents on it, and I'll see you guys either in the next video or in the next live stream. See you later.